Fresh off of his conditioning stint ending with the Colorado Eagles, Captain Gabriel Landeskog back on the ice today at Family Sports with the Avalanche. He's got his nameplate up in the practice arena locker room. This dude is coming back, and make no mistake about it. You think that bringing back 92, that type of player is going to mess with the vibes of the locker room? Going to mess with the on ice.
Who would even say something like that? You know what I had the
nonsense.
thought about with Gabe Landeskog is, as a result of Nathan McKinnon being a little prickly, taking vending machines out, not allowing us to have a few fun calories here. Dude, Gabe Landeskog, watching him on the ice, is he not the type of player that just gets you, like, it's almost like he's the yin to the yang of a Nathan McKinnon, which I think is going to be so good for team chemistry.
Big Rob, welcome to the show. You guys know him
you.
from Mix 100.3's midday shows and the in-arena host of not only the Colorado Mammoth, but the Colorado Eagles.
Yeah, let me tell you. Thank you. Hold your applause.
God, it's a big crowd we got today.
I know, it's huge. This is way cooler than what we have next door. But just pulling into the parking lot and walking up to the building Friday, massive line, full of 92 jerseys, people that we don't see at Eagles games typically. So there was a lot of Avs faithful in the house that way overpaid for tickets to see the return of Gabe Landeskog. Man, I tell you, walked in that building, it felt like a Game 7 championship vibe in that building. It was unreal. He comes out onto the ice for the first time for warm-ups in front of the crowd. Place goes crazy. He comes out for introductions again. They introduce him as, was it left wing, number 92, Gabriel Landeskog. Like, the crowd just goes insane. The vibe in the building Friday night was unmatched. And I've been to big championship, Game 5, Game 6 series and the Kelly Cup when we were in the ECHL, and it was the same vibe. Gabe brought that, the excitement in the building, and hearing that clip with Kevin doing that goal call for Landy on Saturday, boy, it just gives me chills because I've been with the Eagles for so long. That was maybe the biggest weekend outside of winning championships in the history.
So cool.
It was just historic. And Gabe, it's funny because he said Friday night after the game, he says, I'm in for tomorrow. Let's go.
I was shocked. I did a post-game show. Spring and I did a Between the Pipes after an Eagles game. It was the first time I'd ever done a post-game show for an American Hockey League team.
It's nice of you to kind of come down with the little folks. That's Northern Colorado folk.
Yeah. We had a great time doing it. And during the show, I was like, there's no way that he's playing in game number 2. There's no way that he takes 3 years off and they play him in back-to-back. Correct me if I'm wrong. My eyes saw a better version of Gabe game 2 than in game 1.
Yeah, he was definitely, and I've heard people say a little slow, but yes, when you're out there for the first time in 3 years, you're going to take it a little slow. You're going to feel your body out and make sure that you can handle it. But Saturday was a different version of Gabe, and he scored that tying goal at the end of the third. He played the entire game. I wish he would have scored in the shootout, but he did a run in the shootout. Like, he didn't just play a little bit here and there. And I think Saturday, I haven't seen the minutes. I'm sure you guys have probably seen minutes, but I bet he played more Saturday than he did on Friday.
As Raj looks up the minutes from Friday and Saturday, I'll tell you who did understand the assignment. It's a concession crew at Blue Arena. Big Rob, did you make your namesake of Big Rob come to fruition by tasting the Swedish meatballs that were there in honor of Gabe Landeskog for the concessions up at Blue Arena?
You're going to be sad at me, but I didn't even know they were there until you said that to me.
Dude,
right
I saw it. We were in Vegas. Raj and I were in Vegas on our trip to Circa for the Masters, and I looked at him like, dude, how cool is that? The Loveland Arena just has rolled out the blue and yellow Swedish carpet for Gabe Landeskog.
Oh, they did. There is a stand that kind of does specialty stuff like that. So I bet that's the stand.
It was a stand. It was on the side.
Unpopular opinion: overrated food.
The Swedish meatballs. I don't know that I've had
overrated.
Okay,
food.
Italian meatballs.
We have the privilege of having an office and a studio within, as the crow flies, 1 mile of IKEA.
Oh, I have.
You need to go over there and
okay.
I mean, lingonberries.
I have had the IKEA.
You know, in fact, I think
meatballs.
all of us ahead of Gabe Landeskog's return, we need to barnstorm an IKEA and eat all of the Swedish meatballs. They should run out of Swedish meatballs in the entire greater Denver metro.
We'll do like in honor of, they do Chubby Bunny for the Easter Bunny. Yes. We can just do with the Swedish meatballs.
Man, I'm all about that.
Just give me all the meat in my mouth.
Give it.
See if I can say Chubby Bunny.
That's a quote. KJ, save that.
He's so used to them. They never stop. They never stop.
Rob, your on ice impressions of Gabe when he was on power play.
So it's funny watching Gabe. He's very strategic in how he plays and where he positions himself and how he plays his game. Just like when he was right in front of the goaltender when that goal got tipped in when he got it. That's kind of always been Gabe's plan. So a lot of what I saw with Gabe, it isn't quick up and down the ice, but he's meticulous. He's very strategic to where he stands, getting in the way. His strategy. It's always been his strategy, and it was apparent this weekend. Like he's got it. The mental is there.
That's the main difference between the American League and the National Hockey League for me, it's positioning. All these guys can say, and yes, the next level of speed at the NHL is certainly different, but positioning is the biggest thing for me. And that's where I saw him in game 2 look like an NHLer as compared to a bunch of guys that are either trying to hang on or are fringe NHLers or just starting their careers in pro leagues. That's where he looked elevated to me. The other thing that I think it speaks volumes that they forced him not only on power play, he killed penalties. He played 3-on-3. He looked fast on 3-on-3, although it's not going to happen in the postseason. Like unless there's a bunch of penalties that happen, you're not going to see 3-on-3 action on the ice. Him playing PK does have a trickle effect for the rest of the Avs. I wonder if you now make Parker Kelly a guy who's expendable in terms of like your playoff roster, because look at the guys who killed penalties now for the Avs. It's Val Nichushkin, it's Arturi Lehkonen, it's Ross Colton, it's Jack Drury, Brock Nelson can kill penalties, Charlie Coyle is maybe the best penalty killer on the team. Now you run out of that space for all of these guys who have been in the bottom and middle six throughout the whole year that you go, oh, well, his biggest asset is killing penalties. Now, if you have the opportunity to bring in Gabe to kill penalties as well as play 5-on-5, those are the types of guys that I think are on the outside looking in. For me, it's probably Parker Kelly. It might be Miles Wood that find themselves out of the lineup come Saturday.
When you look at the overall skill set of what Gabe Landeskog and certainly what you saw, Big Rob, in the two days, he's going to bring value in the special teams. Will he be noticeably slower on the ice than his competition when he skates in an NHL playoff game? Do you think so, or do you think he's going to look like he fits right back in?
Man, it's so hard to say because he certainly was going slow on purpose by design. First 2 games, kind of getting his legs back. You saw the speed pick up, the intensity pick up a little more in game 2 than game 1. That was apparent to anybody who watched games 1 and 2. But besides those things, I think that what the Avs have been missing since Gabe hasn't been there is the leadership, not just on the ice, but off the ice, behind the scenes, in the locker room, getting guys fired up, keeping guys like Val Nichushkin in check. And I think that is going to be...
Great point. Really good point there.
Did I miss? Did you guys already talk about that?
No. And I think that the term that is maybe in vogue right now is connective tissue.
Yeah.
He is the connective tissue for the Avs locker room. And is there any player more important to be connected to what the Avs are doing and going forward for the next several months than Val Nichushkin? I don't think so.
No,
absolutely not. Big Rob again from Mix 100, the Colorado Mammoth, and the Colorado Eagles.
Yeah,
when can we listen to you, my friend?
Ironically, it's the same time you guys. I'm on a 10 to 3 at Mix 100, playing Denver's best music, and I have my speaker in there so I can listen to you guys.
So get your morning sprint on and then jump right over
for lunch because we're commercial free at noon to 1 o'clock every day.
Baby.
So, but you got, PhD. Obviously, you got to share. We got to share.
Yeah,
my dude, Big Rob.
This was fun. Thank you guys so much.
On the radio, the PA announcer and the in-arena host for the Colorado Eagles and the Colorado Mammoth.